Yeah, yeah. Let me go ahead and do this live stream. I don't need no intro or anything else for this matter. I just gotta go ahead. Let me go ahead and make this point. I got a lot of things on my mind, and got a lot of topics on my mind too. But I got s- such little time to do it. I'm going to sit here and talk about, this one thing is this idea of, you know, what feeds into let me put it like this way. What feeds into male loneliness, right? What feeds into male loneliness, and I might do this on another video, another live stream, is this idea of wanting a complete man. And everywhere I go, I see the same narrative. And I'm talking about how women want in men, right? How women want in men and not not dealing with certain realities. Now, I'm not here to shame, blame, and explain. Let me tell you like this. I'm not here to shame, but I'm not gonna be on some red pill raging, blah 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 blah. But this is really is concerning me because because how excuse me, how some people think that their mate is supposed to be already there. And when I mean there, I mean at this point of being nearly flawless. And because they want this man or woman to be nearly um flawless, they overlook you, they push you to the side, they do all of that. Um, why you wearing a polo shirt? Why you got why you got your it's kind of like watching the pop the balloon, but pop the balloon in real life is the same. And I don't understand why certain women uh would look at us a potential partner and judge him by a shirt that he's wearing that day. Now, if the shirt was some it just the clothes he was wearing was offensive. Let's say he got naked women or violence up on the shirt and and all that, or he's wearing sandals with a suit. Yes, I would agree with a woman with doing that. But when a woman sitting up there, when you wearing a pair of jeans, um, a polo shirt, this person gonna get in an argument with you about, well, you should be dressing for the occasion. Now, we're not going to no ball, no gala. We're not going to the Kentucky Derby. We're not even going to church. So, or we're not going to a five-star restaurant. All right. We're going to little, a little ass restaurant. Or are we going to a park somewhere? Are we going to, fill in the blank where normal people go to meet at, right? You know, where you know where everyday people meet. You know, and and sometimes some people just need to, um, you know, some women need to get a fucking grip when it comes to dating or trying to get to know a guy. That does feed in. And let me talk about male loneliness, right? Male loneliness is more than just dating. I know that the MGTOWs be. I remember that. I remember there was an article that came out about a year, 2 years ago about male loneliness and whose fault it is. These MGTOWs got all upset. One of them got so upset. He's shouting and screaming like, "Bro, you don't understand what the hell going on? You are the problem. It's your responsibility, for your own loneliness." But at the same time, though, right? At the same time, our society, and especially in African American society, plays a role into this. Now, I was on Taylor's channel. Shout out to Taylor, right? Shout out to Taylor. And we was reviewing this video about this this church pastor and his wife, the first lady of this church, and ratchet how ratchet those two are, right? How dysfunctional their relationships are. Because they started, she was a teen mother. She got pregnant around 17, 18 years old, and he was 19, and they broke up on and off, and then he became a pastor later on, and she's still doing that foolish, you know. And I just got to say, this is the reason why some men don't want to deal with some of y'all. And the thing is this, especially in black society. See, I blame the black church for a certain mindset. You're not a man until you have babies. You're not a man until you have sex. No one though, you know, now in that Bible it teach you not that fornication is a sin, right? And yes, and you thou shalt not commit adultery, which is, if you go by the New Testament, because Jesus referred to the Old Testament of thou shalt, and he add a rule to adultery. Mean it's not just cheating on your wife; it's that you haven't sinned, that you have uh, lustful thoughts about other people. Therefore, though, you are committing adultery. But anyway, let's keep moving, though, right? So, the church, I was saying this on Taylor's, right? The reason why, though, you have a lot of divorces, a lot of people get a divorce, is because the older heads, and I'm talking about the black men, these older head black men, right? And I always told people why I have a problem with with I have a fundamental problem with black men in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. I have a problem because they always come out and I'm talking about the church, the middle of the church, because they always come at you on some uh you're not a man until you get married. You're not a man until you got some kids, you got a family. And I'm like, okay, well, then by that logic, then therefore we need to stop reading from Paul. Okay. I think that we need to stop reading from Stephen. All right. Stephen was a martyr for the early Christians, and he was stoned to death. So should we stop putting Stephen up on high, because Stephen never had kids. He never got married. He never even had the chance. He never had a chance because he was a teenager. Peter was hung upside down. Never had. He was called the first pope. So are we supposed to deny Peter? See, I wish these older head Negroes would stop talking. That's why I got a bunch of Leroys around telling you you're not a man. You're a bustless. You're a bustless, nightless. All that little crazy nonsense bullshit. The reason why we having divorces is because men, young men, are being shamed into marriage, and they shaming you to get married before the age of 23, 25, right? They want you to get married before the age of 25. Well, we know how the world is, right? So how are you going to shame somebody? I mean, my thing, and these men are being told or guilted to marry women that they're not really particularly interested in. Yes, he liked the sex. He liked the access to the legalized fucking. That's all what marriage is. Legalized fucking for some of these men. And these women are looking for some type of belonging, or in some cases a come up, because some of them don't. They're not really in love with that man. They're really just there because they're trying to fulfill a role, because they don't want sister old Dales of the church, the bash them upside the head, with their little shaming tactics. But shout out to Nate. No, not Nate. Taylor. Shout out to Taylor on that, because you know that's why I said that's why Derrick Jackson. That's why Derrick Jackson did all that foolishness. He was not in love with old girl. Derrick Jackson was not in love with the woman he was married to. She was just I wouldn't say beard. That's the wrong terminology. Beard is for men who are gay. They marry women as cover. I wouldn't say beard. That's the wrong terminology. More like a, well, you know what? I put it like this. He married his wife, right? He married his wife as a way to um as cover, to say, "Oh, I'm safe. I'm stable. I'm safe. I'm stable." In the eyes of the older heads, right? He's safe and stable. Rather than saying, well, is he in love with this woman that he's with? Does he love and respect and cherish this woman that's inside of his domain? See, they never want to. They never really want to ask that question, though. You know, and the thing is, though, I just, a certain mentality needs to change. May said, people only marry somebody you can absolutely cannot stand not being in your life, like you can't see life without them. Right, 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 right. Exactly, George. Many of the prophets, the disciples, never got married. I don't think John the Baptist got married. I don't think John the Baptist got married. If you ask me, the one who was Christ's cousin. I think the only one who got married was Jesus's brother James. That's all I think, though, who got married. You know. See, but everybody want to use the church and their warped thinking. You know, do do I think though the church should encourage marriage? Yeah, yeah, yeah. They should encourage marriage, but at the same time, because of their shaming, yeah, I'm about to go here with this. Because of their shaming of the past 60, 70 years, that's the reason why there was single parent households. There actually was single parent households because the church told these men, okay, get married to these women, and these young men are not particularly fond of these women that he's laying in bed with. And as soon as a little incident of of an issue could pop up, he's free to leave, and she's stuck with the baby. She's stuck with this responsibility. So these older heads need to shut the fuck up. For real. If you get married, if you not get married, respect him as a person. If a man is single up until his 40s and 50s, respect him. He don't got to sit there and do this. Oh, he got to have some pussy. If that's and this is I'm gonna say something. See that shit that come from that ideology from the black church and from the older head Negroes, that is a slave. That is a slave buck. That came down from the slave buck tradition. You know, the slave, there's always some slave who's a breeder. You forcibly take a woman, draw and lock her up in a room with this buck, and this buck can, you know, take this woman, force himself on this woman and move on. That's where this mindset is coming from. Oh, you're not a man until you get this. You're not a man until you get a woman. That's why I said this on tape. That's why you don't see me get along with the older head niggas. I don't. Because I judge a man by the first thing that come out of his fucking mouth. If there's no fucking intelligence, if what you say is not salient, see, I'm gonna keep using the word salient. If the shit that come out your mouth, the first thing out your mouth ain't salient, you got to go. I'm talking to the older head niggas. If you not salient, now you don't know what salient means. You might want to type in the dictionary, because a lot of y'all are not well thought out on shit. Y'all claim y'all got common sense, but common sense implies you know what the fuck going on, and most of you niggas don't know what the fuck going on. That's that's exactly what I'm talking about, George. That shit. That shit I'm tired of seeing. I'm so tired of seeing that shit. Let him find a wife. Don't prostitute these young people in the church, the church pews. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's talk about that shit, man. Let me talk about this shit. Oh, Big J, you 30 plus years old. You don't got no babies. You don't got no wife. I'm gonna go after Leonard Leroy for a minute, nigga. You nigga got two wives, three wives. You couldn't stay married. Who the fuck is you to judge? Then though you got Sherrod, Bomb Cherry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got to dig up in Bomb's ass again. I got to do it because that really pissed me off. Oh, Big J, you're jealous of Sherrod because he got a family. No, the nigga got two black baby mamas and one white wife. That ain't something for anybody to be jealous of. You better get me something better than those two niggas to see if I'm jealous of. Now, give me a man that's been married for 30 plus years and still married to the woman. I don't want to hear no, oh, yeah, I got me some kids. Okay. Is she and the child living under your roof? Nope. Then shut the fuck up. You are a single father who's paying child support. Sit down and shut up. Y'all know nothing and you're talking. No, 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 no. They're not shaming me at the church. No. I seen this shit, is what I'm talking about. Because I tell them niggas, mind your fucking business. I'll be telling them niggas, man, mind your business. First of all, I don't, and if they start doing that shit, I won't show up. I won't show up. If they start doing that bullshit, no, I'll leave. Young men, stand up. Here's some, bruh. No, no. And some of these niggas, some of these pastors need to understand, especially if you in a small town and shit. Those other women, those single women, are those single men's cousins, motherfucker. They're the first cousins, second cousins, or shit. Half sisters because them dickheads over there is fucking every goddamn body. Them dickheads in the dickhead board is fucking everybody. Get that right. Shit. This old pimp ass, this pimp shit within black society, especially in the black church, pisses me off. I get wary seeing this shit. I'm just sitting there just looking at the shit. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Right. Yeah, the pre preacher too. Because I remember one time I caught the preacher over there at the apartments climbing out of somebody's window. Man, I was at the driveway. I said, "Who is that climbing out the damn man?" That's the beat. My car light hit that spot where he was coming out of. Oh damn! I didn't realize that was him. He over there straightened up his tie up and shit. And it's 2 in the fucking morning. Right, exactly. All of these men and all these women, right? They jumping into these marriages and don't nothing about life. If marriage does not align with your personal goals, you should stay unmarried. That's right. That's right. But I'm getting tired of these stupid idiots online trying to tell me this and trying to tell me that. No, fuck you. You need to tell some of these women on your panels that they're fucked up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me stop. Let me stop right there. Y'all need to start asking these women, why are you single? Instead of y'all asking me. Because I'll go ahead and say this. I'll say this, and this might sound fucking red pill, but you ladies got more choices. You got the right to be picky. Men can't be picky. Y'all can. No, better yet, better yet, better yet, better yet, better yet. I'll say in a better way. There's a better way in saying it. Y'all can be picky and get away with it. If I'm picky, I can't get away with it. If I'm being picky, that's what I'm saying. Right? That's what I'm saying about the shit. I want a man like this. I want a man. No, 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 no. Y'all want a complete man that doesn't exist. Y'all want a man who's already, he's already complete, but you are incomplete. You know, he's you want him to be complete, but you are incomplete. And then every time there's a willing suitor, every time there's a willing suitor around, y'all scare him away because he's not complete. He's not wearing he's wearing the wrong shirt that day. And when I say wearing a shirt, I mean actual an actual polo shirt or uh button up shirt. Oh man, you mad about that shit. Oh man, you pussy turn dry on that shit. Okay, whatever. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But everybody say I'm picky, yeah. But I'm not picky. I'm not picky. I just stopped. That's the point. I just stopped. So I don't care, whatever. I'm not interested. No, I'm good. I'm too old. I'm too old now. Somebody asked me over the weekend, well, you all dressed up. You looking for a wife? Fuck no. I'm in my 40s. It's over with. That's let some tell that to some 20-year-old or some 30-year-old, somebody who's in their prime. Shit, I'm not even after pussy. Wrong p. I'm after a p word, but it ain't pussy. And before y'all get ahead of yourselves, when I said the p word, I ain't talking about a man's sex organ too. Because I know somebody gonna say, well, Big J, what p word are you talking about? Well, it has nothing to do with sex. That's nothing to do with sex at all. That p word I'm after has nothing to do with sex. See, I'm past all that shit now. I don't give a fine fuck. Shit, you should have gave me that shit 4 or 5 years ago. Should have gave me that shit 10 years ago. Man, I'm after one thing only. Shit. No. No. No, but thanks for trying Southern breeze. Thanks for trying. But no, it's not that word. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, but I'm tired of these pastors, these old head ass niggas trying to make. You got one nigga trying to tag me. Nigga, I'm not even talking to you. Here, you tagging me. This old ass nigga who wear uh uh this cancer patient of a nigga trying to tag me talking about you got bustless nights and shit. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Nigga, you got married 3 times and one woman tried to choke your ass out on a YouTube live stream. Shut the fuck up. Old head niggas, you mind your business. Always want my goddamn attention. Fuck with people who fucking with you. I ain't talking to you. Well, profit might be a good one too. And you know what? Profit might be number two on the list, but not even that. Not even that. But but thanks for trying, George. Thanks for trying. Thanks for guessing. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, my mindset is on a totally different playing field at this point. It's on some wholly other shit. It's been on that whole entire level. Nobody can't grasp the concept because people are so dumb. People in this space are so the people in this space are so dumb, right? They so dumb they can't think that there's other things outside of uh, you know sex and and money and no, there's some things grander than just you know uh instant gratification. You know. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm actually after repeats. Then tell you the truth, I'm after repeats. Not just one, but the one is the one I want the most because one will lead me to the other. One P will lead me to the other P. It will hopefully lead me to the other P. But anyway, I'll let y'all guess in the chat room what those three P's are. But yeah, but back to the topic. I'm just tired of y'all trying to shame these young men in these church houses to get with these women, and these women, are in it. What y'all doing is putting harm in these women's way and putting harm in these men's way as well because y'all telling him he's not a man and he's not a good Christian man if he might be, they try to gay shame him. Well, if you're not married by the age of 25, you must be gay. They say dumbass shit to you like that. They say dumbass shit to you. Oh, if you don't got no kids by the time you are 40, you're gay. They always say that bullshit. You know, they be telling you that old bullshit. You must be gay. You must be in the closet. You must be LGBT. All of that. All of that. They tell you that dumbass shit. And young men who don't want to be seen as, especially if you're a heterosexual man, you don't want to be seen as gay in the community. So So you try to jump on the first chick that wink that smiled at your ass, and then all of a sudden you don't want her and she don't want you, but y'all stuck. Hold on. Well, let me go ahead and check it then. Let me go ahead and check it then. Is it good or bad or what? I hope though, even though though I'm dragging her, I hope though it's not no bad news. Because that's the last thing I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear nobody have no bad news. Right. Right now, because I can't take any more bad news. Well, I'll be damned. Now I feel bad now. Y'all need to excuse me for a minute. All right. Yeah, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Um, I'm back. I don't know what to say now. See, didn't realize. See, I didn't realize this. Um, yeah, I didn't realize this. So, I hope that she gets well. You know. Yeah, I hope she gets well. You know, I pray she gets well. Yeah, I know I was dragging her a minute ago. But I was still mad about what happened 2 months ago. See, I'm still, what happened 2 months ago still angered me. You know, um, uh, yeah, yeah. I'm going to chill, y'all. Yeah, I'm going to chill because you know, I got no personal beef with her. It's just that I was upset about, what happened months ago. That's all. Um, I got nothing personal against, you know, um, you know. Yeah, I'm just going to chill, y'all. Y'all just, yeah, I'm just gonna play me some pool. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I prayed for her and her family. Then I pray for recovery. Um, pray for her recovery and everything else. No, no, no. There's some things I was serious about. There were some things I was serious about. Um, May, there's some things I was serious about. Like what happened on John the Analyst channel the other day. That was serious, you know. Now it one demo niggas over there, I probably wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck, you know. I wouldn't give two ounce of a fuck, you know. Well, yeah, yeah. I'm just going to. I don't mean no harm on Bomb's part. I just didn't like the, you know. But this been a rough re years for me, a rough 5 years. Um, it's one thing living in despair, and all you see is sickness and death. That's all I see. You know that that's all I see. You know. So this why though, man. She wasn't doing live streams as much, and now though you finally got the P word. Now though you got one of the P words, because I'm not having peace. That's one of the P words. Southern breeze. Even though that was not the primary P word, but it's one of them. You know, sleeping for 4 hours and getting up 4 hours later, and no, no, it's not peace. Peace is, you know, there are people walking around us right now who might be totally calm. Their outward demeanor is calm. They're quiet. They might be joking and laughing with you, cutting jokes with you, but internally, no, there is no peace inside. A lot of people walking around with that. See, I too been walking around like that too. See, I don't got no inward peace. And anytime we try to search for it, it's some jackass getting in the way of it. And that's when I go to war. But I don't know what's going on over there, but I hope that she gets. I hope and pray that um she whatever is ailing her, she get delivered from. Um, whatever pain she has, I hope whatever suffering she had, she have. I hope that it goes away. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to chill right now, y'all. Um, yeah, that kind of put damper. That I'm already, but that already, but anyway, that already put a damper on things. Candy cane, but thank you for telling me because I didn't realize what was going on. So yeah, um, y'all be easy and uh, I'll talk to y'all next time. We're going Lana. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right though. Southern breeze. I guess you're right, but this whole not want, you can't change things, and that's one of them prayers where you know the wisdom, the wisdom to change things and know the difference. Want the things that you cannot. It's one of these. It's one of those type of prayers. I look at and I understand it, but I don't understand it because if you are supposed to, you know what? I'll talk about that later. I'll talk about that later. That's something I would like to talk about. You know, it might be a short live stream on that. The Serenity Prayer. Why I have um questions about the Serenity Prayer. You know why it's why for me it's you know it tell other parts of the Bible tell you to fight evil, right? But at the same time, it's telling you, you can't change anything. You have to know the difference of things you can change and not, and So I don't know. I just But anyway. So yeah, but I want to thank Candy Cane for informing me that because I was about to say something and nah, no, I'm good. Um, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'll just wait and see and pray what's going on. So, y'all be easy, and I'll see y'all next time. I'm out.